Here is the very first kitchen that I ever renovated, and I did it basically with no experience and a very small budget. At the time, we had just moved into this new house. I was still selling real estate and I was running a company with my sister, but I brought my family in to do this project with me, and we had so much fun that inspired me to film it and put it on the internet, which led me to this journey of starting Flipping Gorgeous. If you're new here, I'm Lena. I'm a mom of 3, and I'm sharing this because not only do I want you to see this amazing transformation of the kitchen, but you can also see just how far I've come. Thanks for watching.
Excited. Anyways, Operation Kitchen Reno has begun. So when we were looking for a house, I really wanted something that had like solid, good bones, but just needs some cosmetic work to just, give us some equity in the home. So we found something that I just walked in and saw the vision right away. The vision that I had for this kitchen was, first of all, to get rid of all of this gold paint by painting the walls white. Then I was going to paint the doors black, get rid of those overhead lights, put down new LVP flooring, and build a large center island that could also serve as a place for us to sit and work. But I definitely didn't have $25,000 to do that. So the first thing that I did on my own was paint these cabinets. They are not solid wood cabinets, so I primed them first using the Zizner primer, and then I went over them with a white chalk paint and sealed them with the poly. The very first things we did was try to start turning the existing base of the island so that we could use it to build onto. My dad helped me build onto the existing kitchen island using 2x4s and these legs that I purchased from Lowe's. I found a remnant of quartz from a kitchen remodel that was going to be the perfect size, but we needed a base for it. And getting this thing on the island was a beast, but we were able to get it done. This saved me thousands of dollars. We did have to polish it and buff it out ourselves, which was quite challenging, but my dad had all the tools, thankfully. Then it was time to get rid of this old backsplash that they had, and I was hoping it was going to come off quite easily and that we could just salvage the drywall behind it, but they had placed it directly on the drywall, so we had to put new backer board in before I could install our new backsplash. This was actually the very first backsplash I had ever done with the help of my dad, but mainly did it on my own. So it wasn't perfect, but it turned out pretty darn well, I would say. And you can see what a difference just painting those cabinets a bright white made. Then I chose new hardware to put on them, so I did have to drill an additional hole. I used this little guide to do so, and it really updated the cabinets very nicely. Next, we removed the existing light fixtures and put in 2 matching lanterns. I ordered these open box off of Amazon, so that saved me additional money. I will link them below. If you remember from the previous shot, the kitchen had tile, so instead of breaking up all the tile and having to go through that and pay for that, I decided to lay an LVP directly on top of that tile and could do it because it was a flat surface. So here's a part that we did a little bit backwards. I had planned to keep these black countertops, but the more I looked at them, the more I just did not like them. They were broken, cracked, and kind of ugly, and they just couldn't really be repaired. So we decided to remove them. And I did salvage them, and I was able to sell them. But once we got all of the countertops off, I noticed the base was not very level. And I had chosen that I was going to do butcher block in this countertop. And I purchased that butcher block from Home Depot. I will link it below, and decided that I was going to try installing it myself. The first thing I did was build this plywood base. It's not necessary to do this beforehand, but because those cabinets were a little bit uneven, I just wanted a nice level surface that the butcher block could sit on top of and be screwed down from underneath and to help secure it. Go check out my other video for full details on how I installed, cut, chose, prepped these butcher block countertops. I did them all of myself. It took me about 3 days to do them, and it was actually a lot easier than I thought. Again, I got them from Home Depot. I will link it below, everything that I used for these butcher block countertops in a free download. And I thought these were a great choice for the kitchen. Because we had that huge center island, I thought the butcher block would match it nicely. The most intimidating part was cutting out the sink, but I was able to do this with a jigsaw and the help of my brother. The sink that I purchased came with a template, so it actually wasn't too hard. We decided to do an overmount sink just to help protect the butcher block countertops from getting too wet. This is the sink that I used. This is the faucet. Again, I will link this all below. I actually chose to stain these countertops. You can choose to leave it natural, or you can choose to stain it. If you stain it, you're going to want to seal them very well so that they can cure and be food prep safe. Again, in this kitchen, I really wanted to add a lot of warmth because we had that huge quartz center island and we had the white cabinet. So I thought a dark butcher block would match the floors really well. And I just think this kitchen looks like $1,000,000. And the lighting fixtures, the combination of the gold, the brass. We used a lot of mixed finishes, which I first felt a little bit nervous about, but I actually ended up loving. You'll see we have stainless steel appliances. I purchased those from Lowe's. We have brass cabinet pulls, wood countertops, gold fixtures, the iron light fixtures, and again, I think it all just came together so nicely and created such a warm and inviting kitchen. This is one of my favorite kitchen renovations we've ever done. I actually was a little bit sad to sell this house because I loved the kitchen so much, but I know the new owners are absolutely loving it.
If you enjoyed this kitchen makeover, you're definitely going to want to check out the one that I recently did at our forever home. Click on these videos and I will see you in the next one.